Hello everyone, my name is Construct and we play Goat Format Yu-Gi-Oh! Let me welcome you to Feature Friday. Here we grab a cool deck of another Goat Format Duelist, do no changes and try to pull some wins. I think that's all I gotta say, let's get to the deck. So welcome back everyone to Feature Friday. It's been ages since we did something in this series. We actually just had that one video with Cagnetti and the Water Return. And today's deck isn't just inspired, it's almost the same list as the list I saw on a YouTube video. That's why I decided it should be on Feature Friday, not on like Fun Deck Frequence or anything like that. I even don't think this is a fun deck, so it was kind of hard to put it somewhere, and I decided let's do it on Feature Friday since we just had one video so far, and it fits the most here. So the history of the deck, how it came to me, is kind of funny because like a friend of mine, yugioh, shoutouts here, made a video. You can check him out. It's only German, but it's pretty cool, super funny guy. I will link his YouTube in the description. He made a very burn aggro chaos kind of deck, and I watched the video and I was like, man, this is so cool. I wanna try it. Then he recommended to me a video from yugioh, shoutouts here also, with the one and only TimOD, who makes kind of the coolest brews I see on YouTube. He was also the inspiration for our Ectoplasma deck. So he makes super cool decks. And then I saw, to 99%, I saw this list you see here. It's like very burn aggro-ish, and I really like it, and I really wanted to have it on the channel. So the theory is like you have the Agent of Creation, Venus, which can special summon up to 3 mystical shine balls, and we have advantage of this. So thanks to yugioh, who got me kind of to this deck. And like I said, this is almost the original deck of TimOD. I just changed swords, and like swords were in the side and ceasefire were not in the deck, and I can't remember right now what was in the main, but I like I said, added swords to the main, and ceasefire was not in the deck at all, I think. And I changed the side a little bit to my favor, but like it's not the OG deck list, but it's so close to the original that I decided let's put it on Feature Friday, even if it's made with little changes. But let's go through the deck. We have 3 of the Agent of Creation Venus that can search out the Mystical Shine Ball. Because we play enough lights and darks, we have our boss monsters BLS, we have Dark Magician of Chaos, and 1 Zaborg. Like the goal of the deck is kind of to stall a little bit, but also do burn damage, but also do chip damage, and to take advantage of our little monsters, which are like the Shine Balls and Giant Germ. These things make damage, these things make card advantage, these things make tribute fodder. They make so much, and the card Creature Swap is so good in this deck. We have so many stuff we can give the opponent. We have 2 staples like Breaker and Tribe, of course. And we needed, like TimOD said, we need one more dark, so he added a Death Koala, like the random card. It has a big butt, it can stall sometimes, and has a cool effect which makes pretty high damage sometimes. In a deck like this, we want to see burn cards. If you want to see burn cards, you have to play the jars. So we play Cyber Jar and Morphing Jar. Welcome to the main deck. And that's it for the monsters. We don't really need more because we can search out these from deck, these search out more of the Giant Germs from deck, and like it has kind of a control based strategy that you kind of stall the opponent and take advantage with Creature Swap and have a boss monster in the end and make one big push to kind of OTK the opponent sometimes, or to burn. To the burn factor we come at the end of the main deck. For the spells, of course, we have the Trinity. We have our 2 creature swaps, which are just like the MVP in this deck. It can be hard sometimes against control to decide rather to side it out or to side out one or what to do with it. I'm not so sure right now, but we will see in the video maybe. We have a Storm, MST, 2 Nox. We play a Premature Burial, which is very good with like DMOG and BLS. We also play Swords of Revealing Light and Level Limit Area B. Swords to stall, very good card here. And Level Limit Area B is very cool because if you didn't notice by now, all of our small guys are level 3 or lower. So we can do like chip damage sometimes and the opponent cannot attack. And 1 is enough since we want to get rid of it sometimes. To make a final push. That's why we play also Giant Trunade. This synergizes very, very good with like the Floodgate. Also with the Prima and the Swords, we can get them back, have advantage of it, use them again. I really like that theory from TimOD. Super cool. And we play, of course, Snatch. That's for sure. For the traps, we don't have so many. You will see why in the side deck. We have a Call, Mirror Force, Torrential Ring. Like I said, I added a Ceasefire. It burns, it is against field monsters, it is a very good card in my opinion, and it can protect our recruiter guys from a knock and make some damage, so I see very good synergy here. I know the one downside is these are normal monsters, so there will not be any burn damage for them, but I think it's good anyways. Speaking of burn damage, this is one of the things that make this deck, and this is Solar Ray. If you don't know what it does, it inflicts 600 points of damage for every light monster on our field, which is most of the time at least 1800 or more. So 3 of those, super cool. Mostly you have like this in your start hand and 1 of those, and it's super good to chain if they have an MST, a Storm or whatever. Just a cool burn card, and this rounds up the main deck. Off to the side, like I said, I changed some stuff. I don't remember so good what TimOD had. He had like walks and such, since it was a tournament deck. But he has the one, I wouldn't even call it smokescreen, but he has a very big aggro side package, because against aggro this deck can suck. And if we play against aggro, we side in a Royal Decree brain control strategy. So that's why we have 1 Jinso, 1 Mobius. He had 2 Mobius, I think 1 is enough. We have 2 brain controls since we have a lot of tribute monsters then, and against aggro, brain control is just so good. We have 2 Zombira the Darks, also just good against aggro, big beater and a dark, and 2 Royal Decrees. We side out like stuff like Solar Ray or Ceasefire and have decrees with the power traps. And I really like that theory with the siding against aggro. I decided against Reasoning Gate we have 2 Morphing Jars number 2. Since we have a lot of small monsters, we want to special summon in like set defense position. And it is like auto win against Reasoning Gate. So I didn't try this so much, and I really want to try it here. So we have all the jars, like almost all the jars. Here we don't have the Dice Jar is the name. If you don't know it, Google it, it's just crazy. Against control, I added a Ashura Priest. I think Kira O had it also in his side deck. Very good with the creature swap, just a good card against scapegoats or other recruiters. And I added a Air Knight Parshath, likes the same in the zombie chaos video. It's very good here. We can side out as a Borg for it, and I think it's so good against control, even if it's like an older card, kind of. Really like it. And a Book of Moon. Then we have the aggro package, as I said, and 2 mind controls against Turbo. And this rounds up the deck. As always, folks, we have 2 replays to show you, and then we have some real matches. Replay number 1, everyone. In case you didn't saw it, I changed the deck layout again a little bit. I added a little Cyberstein to the corner, so welcome in the video. And I have a new tripod thing, so I really like the angle now with the camera and everything. I had some I built some stuff with like a a box and everything in the beginning, and now I have a real thing to hold my phone for filming. Very nice now. But now let's get to the replay. We draw Death Koala, Giant Germ, Breaker. Unfortunately, one Mystical Shine Ball and one Ceasefire. You really don't want to draw these fellas, but what can you do? Sometimes it is what it is. Playing against iTweety. Welcome to the video. One set from the opponent, we draw into Tribe. And I think this is rather perfect for a Breaker play or Giant Germ. I think we played Breaker. Of course, this plays right into like Scapegoats, Jar of Greed, or anything. But I think if there's no monster, we can afford this. Like to see a Regeki break with a real card. They discard Ernet Pashath. So Breaker done its job. I think we set Ceasefire and passed the turn. I'm also not sure if I mentioned it in the last video. We have a little pot of greed here on the left corner. Maybe I asked if you did see it. I'm not sure right now. But opponent is playing Ashura Priest. So interesting main deck choices already. Looks like kind of a control chaos build, if you ask me. But we can I think we should set Death Koala now, since they have the Ashura Priest, which is like our nemesis, since it can like attack all of the giant germs if we summon more of one. And we don't really want to see that, and Death Koala can stall out the Ashura Priest and make some damage. Breaker. That's fine. It's not fine, actually. I just wanted to say we can just chain the Ceasefire, but that would shut down our flip effect, and we don't wanna have this. So Death Koala doing Death Koala things. 2000 damage, so very, very good, and like 200 from the attack. Awesome. That is what we want to see. Draw into Mystical Space Typhoon. I think I never said that name like in full length. Yeah, we can decide to use Tribe and discard a Mystical Shine Ball, but I don't really I wouldn't really do that now. So we decided to set the Giant Germ. If they play Ashura Priest, it's not the end of the world. They tribute for Mobius. So looks more like a Monarch kind of deck, maybe. I don't really remember. It's not so long ago that I played this match, but prima. So I think they will attack into the Giant Germ. I am so glad we didn't play the Tribe last turn, because now we can have a comeback with it. So Pashath over the Koala, of course. And Mobius into the Germ. It's good for us. We can thin the deck, get 2 new Germs. And these guys make damage. Like, these are, for next turn, these are at least 2000 damage. So, don't underestimate them. But, like, we have the Tribe, of course, which is very good here. And I think we will definitely discard Mystical Shine Ball and the Solar Ray. Because sometimes you don't draw your Venus. I remember at that point I didn't realize Tribe will die too when I use the effect. But it's not a problem. So we get in for 2000 and set the knock. Doesn't look so good, doesn't look so bad. They have the Ashura Priest, unfortunately. But we just have... okay. They have a Lightning Vortex, so never mind. They even play Demog, so very, very tribute monster heavy. There comes the Ashura. Smacking in for 1700. And one back row. Just wanted to say, not so back row heavy. Level limit is actually pretty good here to buy us some time. Let's see if they have an out. I think Breaker is gone. Yep, Regeki Break is gone. If Mystical Shine Ball would be level 1, I think you could consider like Scapegoat and Meta in this deck. That would be cool, but unfortunately it's level 2. So now we have 2 knocks, and of course we use one on the set monster. Always use the one you set, because now you can set another one and they think like the opponent thinks like it's maybe something real. Little differences, or like the little decisions sometimes make the difference. So Abyss Soldier. So this looks like water control something. Still not sure. We got a Trunade which does nothing here. So I think we just pass the turn. Monster Reincarnation. So they discarded Scapegoat, so this definitely should be... If I look at this looks like Reasoning Gate even, kind of. So Mobius hitting hard here. But good for us, level limit will trigger, so it can't attack this turn. They have a BLS, and we just have to pray. We would have to draw into like Snatch, which would be crazy, but Premature is one lucky draw. Because we can get back Tribe and get rid of the BLS. And then attack over the Mobius. So level limit put in some work here. Damn. Alright, let's see. I think they still have the Ashura Priest and a Snatch. Alright. GG. GG. So, going into game number 2. Very good start hand. Graceful. We could decide if we wanna get off the Germ first, but I think we should use the Grace. Okay. We decided to hold the Grace and to set Koala first. I think I'd rather have this knocked instead of a Germ. And I really want to have a use of the creature swap, so I'm happy we hold the Grace. One set. So 3 set cards. Tribe again. Sometimes you always draw Tribe. It's crazy. So we flip summon this Koala. Make a bunch of damage. I think we summon Germ and use creature swap. Yeah. So unfortunately it's an Ashura Priest, which is pretty bad target. We won't flip it up since we want to have it on our field still. If we would flip it up, it would get to the opponent's hand in the end turn. So 500 damage, or like 600 damage from the Germ and the Koala attack, and a Mirror Force. That's not the biggest problem for now. We thinned the deck and still got the Ashura Priest, so I think this is fine. And now we use Grace. Really like that. Solemn. Okay. So opponent is down to 3100. Let's see, let's see. They have a grace of their own. Okay. We have to find a light, which shouldn't be the biggest problem in this deck. So discarding Parshath. They didn't show so many traps before. So T-set. Really have to draw something. Okay. We draw into Venus. So I think we definitely normal summon Venus. And I think I wanted to go all in here, kind of. Because we are full life, and with the Venus I would summon the Shine Balls in attack position and try to get over the set monster. Maybe even with a Shine Ball, because these both are lethal. Or are these... Oh, these are exactly lethal. So we attack with the Shura Priest. And have maybe game with, like, these three. Let's see. Enemy controller. Alright. Unfortunate. This would have been cool. So to get back to Grace, we attack for 1500. So, of course the Ashura Priest puts in some work next turn, but this will make BLS live, so let's see if we can have a final push then. So Grace. Discarding Dimension Fusion. I kind of thought in game 1 this looks like kind of a return deck. And it kind of is, so pretty cool. Berserk Gorilla. Okay, okay. So this is a very, very huge Ashura Priest. But the good thing is we survive and they won't have a monster next turn. Mirror Force is gone. And the good thing is, even if they have like a Solemn, they have to Solemn the BLS, and then we have Tribe backup for lethal. So this should be over. BLS coming down. Mirror Force is gone, we attack, and GG. So we are going to a game 3. Very, very cool. I can't remember what we sided. I think definitely Parshath, Ashura Priest, maybe a book. But now we saw so many traps, so it could be even that we sided into the aggro side. Let's see. Oh, I remember. I will say something to our hand when we draw our card, which is a third Mystical Shine Ball. Look at this hand. This is like the worst hand we could have. I remember this. And I remember the outcome with this hand. It's just crazy. So we have to do something with this. So I decided let's set one Mystical Shine Ball, play the level limit, and pray. So we have to make any use of these guys. So like I said, this is the worst possible draws you can have. It's like drawing all 3 Thunder Dragons. Imagine the chances. It's so crazy. So opponent sets 3 back rows, summons a Soldier. Activates swords. And the first Shine Ball is revealed. We draw into Giant Germ. We could make a cool creature swap play. So I think we even go to attack with the Shine Ball and like summon Germ. Ah, we can't attack. We can't attack. Forgot that. I also forgot that when I played this because I wanted to get ready for an attack, and then I was like, oh, yeah, okay, we just wait. So 2 more turns on those swords. Sangan into Torrential. That's fine. I think they search for Serpent, yep. Pass the turn. We don't want to pot, at least that. We have Light Dark, already live. So slam in the pot, into Tribe and Snatch. I think we will set another Shine Ball, pass the turn. We are not in a hurry, and maybe come back slowly from the bad hand we had at the start. They use Call for Abyss Soldier, one more turn for Swords. Now they have the loop with the Serpent, but still can't attack. Yeah. So even, like, at least we have a little good thing with the Shine Balls, because they have to think maybe it's a good card, like, I don't know, Moth or so. So they have to do something about it. They have a Tsukiyomi, which can not attack. I just wanted to say, which can attack, but it can't. So one more turn for the Swords. And here I was thinking we should go for BLS, I think. We have to do something now. And Torrential is gone. We would have a Snatch to, like, snatch back the BLS if they have one. So I think BLS wouldn't be the worst here. Okay, we decided to wait with the Swords, set another Shine Ball. Maybe they will just repeat what they did, like bounce it back and play the Tsukiyomi again. What did they bounce? Oh, the Swords. I was just brain dead right now. Okay. So unfortunately, Swords are back. Solar Ray doesn't do so much here. And they have the Assure Priest again. I think Snatch wouldn't be that bad, or summon BLS and attack. Yeah. Into BLS. And try to get in. Goes through. Very cool. We set the Shine Ball and the Solar Ray. If they have something, we could chain and at least do like 1200 damage. So let's see. I think we are in a fine position if I look at the start hand. Making the best out of it. They get back to Serp. Okay, set monster, set back row. Could be worse. So Torrential, no, Mirror Force. Torrential's gone. So we definitely summon Tribe. Or banish first with the BLS. Okay. Banish the set, which is a Moth. Go to attack position. Since this is a 2-turn clock. So they get back the Abyss Soldier. And I think we should even snatch it in main 2. We have, like, the damage with Ceasefire becomes more and more the more monsters there are here. So this is 1500 and 1200. Let's see. Yeah, I like to play with the Abyss Soldier because they would bounce back our BLS, which would be pretty bad. But they have another Abyss Soldier, unfortunately. And I think here we should chain Solar Ray to do at least 1200 damage, because I don't think we get so many lights again. They take over the Tribe. We have a Book of Moon. Unfortunately, we don't have a Dark for BLS anymore. I think we should crash the Abyss Soldiers. Okay, we decided to use Prima, I think on Tribe. Crash the Abyss Soldiers, get rid of them, and get in. Okay. We still got the ceasefire for some surprising final burn damage. Man, at this point I was like, can we win this with this start hand? It's so cool. They get back to Serb. Sure, Priest. Glad I have the book. Monster Reincarnation again. Very cool with the Serpent. Very, very cool. Like the deck, like the synergies. Oh, sorry for the spoiler. So, oh yeah, I remember this. This is so cool. We use Ceasefire. That will, flip face up the Ashura Priest. Makes 1000 damage. We use BrainCon. And win this match. I think it's so awesome. I love the brain control in the end. I love the ceasefire with face up, Ashura Priest. They draw into Chaos Sorcerer, I think. So this was even a Chaos engine there. Very, very cool. Really like it. Damn. Yeah, the little burn damage can make the difference. Super cool. So this was an awesome replay number 1. Let's get into replay number 2. So see you next duel. Welcome to replay number 2 against Levi's 69 more. I don't remember right now what we were playing against, but I know it was something pretty cool. So unfortunately we drew 2 giant germs, but we have the Venus. Opponent finds a graceful. Discarding Scapegoat and Tribe. I remember I was like, okay, this hand must be good. One set monster and one set back row. Alrighty. We draw into the Borg. I think the play here is we could rather summon Giant Germ, use Knock and attack, or use Venus. And I think Venus is the better choice. So yeah, we summon Venus, use the effect, get the balls on the table, and use Knock to get rid of the set monster. It is a moth. I was actually looking at the deck because I wasn't sure anymore when I played it, but we don't run moth. And then try to get in for 3100. You see, you can do damage pretty fast. I know these are all small guys, except maybe Venus is okay, but yeah. We set the creature swap to bait something. They have another upstart goblin. And summon breaker. So unfortunately we won't have any use with the creature swap. But not the biggest problem. I think they get over a ball. Yep. So we could have a big push with this Borg. But we don't need it right now. I think we don't have a dark yet in Grave. So I think we should summon Germ and attack with the Venus to get rid of the breaker, so we have a dark on field even if it gets like destroyed. We have a dark in Grave for the BLS, so I think that's what I've done. . I instantly have the song from Linkin Park in my head. What I've done. One of the last really, really good songs from Linkin Park, if you ask me. But I think the new singer does a very good job. Very good choice from the band. Not only the voice, also like the attitude and everything. I think it's pretty cool. I don't like the music so much, but opponent had a ring against the Venus with the wrong artwork, unfortunately. Shoutouts to Kiro. We go to defense with the Shine Balls. They have a delinquent duo, unfortunately. We just hope they don't hit the BLS. They hit the Zaborg. Of course, we get rid of the Giant Germ. So the BLS is pretty safe now in our hand. They have a Warrior Lady. I think to banish the Germ. Yep. That's fine. Opponent is at 1300, so this is pretty close. And I remember here, this is a kind of a weird spot because with the Solar Ray, we unfortunately don't have enough damage to kill them because they have 100 life points left. We could, like, we have two choices: to summon BLS like in defense and banish the Breaker, and attack with the Shine Ball to have game then with the Solar Ray next turn. Or we risk it and attack with the BLS. That would be game 2. I decided to go the other route. Like, with the BLS attack, the punish would obviously be like Mirror Force or any Battle Trap or anything like that. The other punish would be something that prevents the attack with the Shine Ball. So I think it is better to play BLS and banish instead of attacking. Let me know in the comments what you would do here. Maybe there's another solution that I didn't see. But maybe we should have attacked, since they have, unfortunately, scapegoats. So I thought at this situation, okay, maybe they have also a metamorphosis, and unfortunately they had it. So I don't know what the back row was right on the top. Let's have a look before the game is over. It was a torrential. So I think if we would have summoned BLS in attack position, the whole field would have been blown up. So I think it was even okay. We wouldn't have won like this situation anyways. But they wouldn't have had the like with the activated torrential, they wouldn't have had the tear with like 3000 attack. Yeah, but what could you do? We activate Duo to get some more information. They discard Call, so this looks like control, normal control, chaos control, something like that. Unfortunately, we lose game 1. At that moment, I was like, did I misplay with the BLS? I wasn't really sure. Now to see the torrential, I think it was fine. I think it's better to risk a metamorphosis and scapegoats instead of like just run into a mirror force or so, in my opinion. So here we have a okayish hand. We summon Giant Germ and set the ring. They have another upstart. Set monster, set back row. We draw into knock. Not bad. Not bad. Yeah, I think that's all we do. Knock the face down, get in with the germ. Just have to think about the last match with the 3 shine balls in the start hand. So cool that we won. So MST in the end phase to get rid of a Solemn. Okay, very cool. We draw into Shine Ball again. Speaking of which, I think here I was thinking if we should attack or not. I was like, if this is a Moth, they would get back Upstart and we would get rid of the monster. Unfortunately, it's a Dekoichi. We set the Shine Ball and do nothing more. We could have used Ring on the Dekoichi, but I think that's not really necessary, if you ask me. Discarding Thunder Dragon. Breaker. Perfect for the ring. And they attack into our Shine Ball. We draw into Grace. Here I really wanted to attack with the Germ first to thin the deck before we activate Graceful. So attack goes through. Opponent takes 500 damage. We get 2 new Germs. Now in main phase 2 we activate the Grace. Draw Call, Venus, and Death Koala. So 1 Shine Ball is already in grave. Here we discard the True Nade, and I think we discarded the Swords. Since we have the Mirror Force, and I'd rather have the others. And now I think we just set the Koala. If it gets knocked, it's fine. We also set the Mirror Force. I know we want the Germs kind of to be attacked, but if they summon something good like Chaos, we are happy to have the Mirror Force. Or maybe a Tear. They go to defense, do nothing more. Glad we have the Venus. Demog, very cool. Here was thinking we could tribute summon now, but I don't want to run into any traps or so, and I think it's way better to first have the Venus and the Shine Balls from deck and try to get over the Dekoichi, and even if they have like a Mirror Force, could be worse. We still have our Mirror Force, though I wasn't sure if we want to summon the Shine Balls in attack position, but I think go hard or go home. So I decided to get in with all of them. So we attack into the Dekoichi, and here another good example to attack with the higher attack monster first, because they have scapegoats. If we have attacked with the Shine Ball first, maybe they would have let 1 or even 2 attacks go in before they activate scapegoats. Now they didn't want to have so much damage, so all scapegoats gone in 1 battle phase. We don't have to set the call since we can't chain or summon any other monster. Here they have a Storm, so I'm very glad we didn't set the call. And we should have enough tribute monsters next turn for the Demog. We could get back a Graceful, maybe an MST, maybe a Knock, depending on what they do now. They were thinking pretty long. It was like, what? But then they had a Snatch, which they tribute, or a Thunder Dragon, and they looked at the extra deck before, so I was sure they wanted to get into Bolter. So now comes the Metamorphosis, Bolter. And here I thought they want to like negate the germ effect, but they wanted to go for damage. I think I would have attacked into the germ. Um, but yeah, they attacked into the shine ball. We draw into ceasefire, so we come closer to game. I really wanted to summon the Demark, tribute these, and wanted to get back MST because I wanted to get rid of the back row. They don't have a negation, so here we just use MST to get rid of the back row. It is a baited metamorphosis. We go in with the Demark and the giant germ. Still have to call for maybe some surprise attack later. And the ceasefire also does like damage, but I think, yep, that's it. So we go into game 3. Pretty cool. Going second. I love those new sleeves. In general, I'm so happy. I don't know why, but I'm so happy that Dueling Book gave us the opportunity to have such cool artworks like Chaos Sorcerer, Time Wizard, all the old stuff, and even the new stuff is like cooler stuff than before, if you ask me. I don't know the cards right now, but if I look at them, I would have known. I decided to keep the Zoa. You don't see it now, but I just like the artwork and I like to keep it since you can't choose it anymore. So maybe in a year or so, I'll be happy to still have it because you can't have it anymore. And of course, on my Construct account, I have the Chaos Sorcerer. I think it's one of the most beautiful artworks and just makes me happy when I play and see this. So thanks Dueling Book for the new artworks. Pretty cool. So they said one monster. We have 2 knocks, which is pretty cool. We use 1 knock. Maybe there were something we could banish also, but I think the only flip monster really is Koala. And we go in for another 3100 at least. We really want to activate Venus before we Graceful, of course, to thin the deck. We don't want to draw into maybe 3 Shine Balls. Imagine the chances so low. So we draw into Zaborg, Book, and Storm. Here I was like, we can get rid of Zaborg since we have the knock. And I think the Book of Moon. Later on, I was like, we have so many monsters to maybe tribute. So Zaborg is not only good against set monsters, it's good against opponents' monsters in general. So I think it would have been better to maybe discard, I don't know, maybe the Storm. But I wanted to have something against the back row next turn because we can do a lot of damage and maybe win next turn with the Ashura and the knock. So I really wanted to keep, yeah, the normal summon and have like use of the knock instead of the Zaborg to have game. So we set the Mirror Force. They go into Tear. It was like, cool, attack please, we have the Mirror Force. But they decided not to do it. We have a Solar Ray. And here I wished we would have kept the Zaborg, of course. We could also set the Ashura Priest, but I don't think that's necessary. We just set the Solar Ray because we can chain it like anytime. They get back the Serp. Have a Graceful of their own. Discard Serpent and a Metamorphosis, so 2 metas already gone. And now they decide to attack. We use the Mirror Force, we just want to get rid of the Tear since we want to attack. They have 2 back rows, and we draw into Snatch Steal. Here I was like calculating, because I was like, ah, cool, with the attack of the Ashura Priest and the attack of the Shine Balls and Solar Ray, we have game. But unfortunately, I forgot that we attack the opponent's monster with the Ashura Priest, so miscalculated here. So we use Storm, they use Ring on a Shine Ball, which we didn't care at that moment. Perfect timing to chain Solar Ray. We could have gone the risky route and summon a Ashura Priest before we use Storm, so we can make more damage, which we should have done maybe. Retrospective. They chain a Scapegoat. They need 300 more damage. So I think we... No, we wouldn't have game still, so I think it's fine. So knock the face down. Summon a Ashura Priest, get rid of all the tokens, and attack for 1,000. Well, no, we wouldn't have game. Even with one more Solar Ray burn damage. So I think it's fine. I really wanted to use the Storm here. So a T-set from the opponent. We draw into pot, very cool. I didn't want to play around Dust Shoot, I think they don't have it, since they didn't play it till now. We draw into Parshath, which is pretty cool. Didn't know what they mean by queers. So we summon Aeronite Parshath, attack into the Koichi. Into the set one, which should be a Dekoichi. And we draw into Solar Ray, and unfortunately they left and let us wait here. But we won. GG. They had a call set. I don't know why they scooped here. Because, well, they have a Prima. Depending on what they would have drawn, I would definitely have waited till I see what I drew. But 700 life, yeah, looked pretty bad. We would have drawn into Ceasefire and BLS, so this was pretty done. But cool match. I think the deck showed pretty good what it can do. Really like the Parshath in the side. I sided, by the way, I sided Brain Control and Parshath, since they played pretty aggressively with the Koichis and everything and had many face-up monsters, so I think it was the right decision to side in the BrainCon. Didn't see it, but we won. That was replay number 2. Let's have some real matches, so see you next duel. Going into match number 1 against Stärksten. You tell me. Our elo is at 167 already. I think I didn't lose so far in both accounts, but not the hardest thing to accomplish. A lot of opponents take super long to do the rock, paper, scissors on that elo stage. I don't know why. Alright, was calling a judge. I don't want it to wait too long. But they came, so. Hand looks not so good, to be honest. But let's see, they start with a pod. Two set back row, one set monster. We draw into DMOC. I think here we set the Shine Ball. Set Heavy Storm. We could also play Heavy Storm, but let's pro set Heavy. I really want to bait out like a knock or something. And I don't want to play German attack. Inaba the White Rabbit. Here we go. Inaba. Alright, alright, alright. 700. Please hit the DMOC. This would be so... Oh man, yes. Yes, perfect. Thank you, opponent. This is nice. So this storm hits pretty hard. So we draw into knock, which is very, very good here. Let's storm. This is a pro set heavy storm. Yep, jar is fine. That's also fine. Let's knock them face down. It's Cyber Jar. Okay, we even have one in the main deck. So now we summon Germ. Go in. Set the call. Unfortunately, well, we have Heavy Storm. Yeah, but I think we really wanna get back the DMOC. Maybe we can have a use of the knock again. Giant Rat. That is fine. That is more than fine. DMOC is very good against this. So Germ is doing Germ things. Get 2 more of those guys. Hello, hello. No back row. That is just perfect. So we draw into ring. Do we have game already? Let's think. We have 2K, 1400, 3400, 3900. Or yeah, that's definitely game with the ring. So we get back the DMOC. I think we will get back, I don't know, let's get back knock. Summon, Shine Ball, attack with DMOC, so the effect of Giant Red won't be activated. Very nice. Very nice. That one hit against discarding DMOC was just crazy. We set Solar Ray, set ring, pass the turn. I really want to wait till end phase or our turn. Oh, come on. Let's hope they come back. So this is game. Unfortunately, they left again. On a rating like this, unfortunately, people keep just leaving. I will never understand this. Why do you wanna steal someone's time? I know you tilt maybe they lost like 5 games in a row, or I don't know. But I will never forget it. Just admit defeat and leave. Really, really like that Robin Goblin Inaba the White Rabbit thing. Super cool. Unfortunately for them, they really helped us. Would have drawn into the Venus and a creature swap. Pretty cool. They scooped, but I really want to keep this because it was a cool win. It was very nice with the rabbits. So this was a short one, so we'll definitely get another one. So see you next duel. Match number 2 will hopefully be a full match. Scissors. Awesome. Have fun, opponent. Salace, I don't know. Welcome. Okay, pretty busted hand. We definitely start with duo. Not giving any information before. Knock and a Serp. Unfortunate. Yeah, let's use Pod. Not the best hand, though we have duo and Pod. I would say let's set Shine Ball kind of as a bait. And I think let's set Torrential. We don't really care if our Shine Ball dies. Alright, so two cards in hand are Thunder Dragon, one is Serp, 3 unknown, Mind Control, bait taken. They'll be like, what? Enjoy. I think that's the last card you expect, kind of. We could think about using Torrential here. Yeah, nice. Wished myself any kind of monster that can do something with an attack. Let's set Cyberjar and Ring. They play pretty fast. Yep, got it. Tribe is fine. So, Cyberjar is doing Cyberjar things. Storm, Jar, up, Tor, do. So no monster. We have the Germ. We have a Storm, Demog, Swords. Demog's pretty cool with the Call and the Prima and the Trunate. Also a Mirror Force. This could be cool. They already had a normal summon. They also have Storm. Duo, that's fine. Please hit the Demog again. Yep, you got it. Okay, Swords. Yeah. Thank you for this. Okay, so we have two TDs in hand. Serpent is discarded, so I bet this is Jar. Don't think this is Torrential. But I think I want to try Demog. But it would be banished. I don't want to risk it. Let's, they have Storm. Torrential. Maybe it's a Pro set Heavy Storm. Let's just get in with the Germ. Don't want to waste anything. Let's, they know about the Storm, Swords, Mirror. And what else? I don't know. Space Typhoon. Let's set Space Typhoon and pass the turn. Cyberjar is always kind of overwhelming with decisions and possibilities and everything. It was a jar, okay. So, at least now... Oh yeah. That was dumb. Totally forgot about the Storm. Like I said, this can be, with the recording and everything, this can be pretty much. But they don't know about the Prima yet. They still have the Torrential. Okay, it's control. Still got the Storm. Creature swap. We could activate Trunade, play the Giant Germ, and activate Creature Swap. That would be funny. This could be a Torrential. Man, this is difficult. Let's use Storm, then Prima back the Demark, and then use Creature Swap. So this is a ring. Get back Demark. Let's get back... I think I want to have MST, to be honest. No, we have the Trunade. Let's get back Pot. BLS would be live. Do we have game? I like the creature swap play, I think. That's funny. Yeah, let's just get in. They have a Torrential. Just wanna end the turn. Snatch is actually fine. Okay. Unfortunately, now we can't have a use of the Demark again, like the Prima. That's actually fine. As long as this is not game this turn. We have the Trunade and a Venus. Very cool. So, 2 Shine Balls and the Solar Ray. This should definitely be game. So, Trunade. BLS is coming down. What a nice game. Paying 1,000. Get the balls. Attack. This is 700 and 1400. Yeah, GG. GG. Damn, what a game. Didn't realize. I think we just play against Chaos, right? No, it was Control. So let's get in those. I like the Brain Con, I think. Let's cut 1 creature swap, 1 Trunade. Hopefully they are not on decrease. The swords. I think that's fine. Yeah. Brain Control and Parshath, not bad. Two upstarts, Pot of Greed, they draw and they draw. Let's be safe and check the log. Upstart, drew a card, upstart. So 4 cards, yeah. Okay. There are some fast duelists. So they have TDs. Okay. Just shoot. I think, oh, that's hard. Maybe the Venus, because we have Knock. I think Tribe, Morphing Jar. Okay. So they should have something against a Venus attack or something. Maybe. Let's summon Venus. Use the effect. Technically you should, like, you can't just summon one after another, but I think I want to get them in defense. Like 2 in defense, 1 in attack position. Use Knock. Perfect. Maybe they have scapegoats. I bet this is scapegoats. Okay. And that's it. So no dark yet. Looking not so bad. We have the Brain Con. We have the Parshath, which they know about, but maybe they forgot it. Okay, there comes the meta, which is absolutely fine, since we have the Brain Con. Really like Brain Con against control, like against Tear with Tribute Mons. Okay, we got kicked out. Okay, the attack into this one. Okay, could be worse. They're already at 5,900. Yeah, I think we use BrainCon. Maybe they have a book? No. Even if they have Torrential, I don't really care. Regeki Break, okay. So did they forget about the Serpent, or did they use the Graceful last turn? Not sure right now. We attack with the Shine Balls. I really want to do damage. Let's set the Ceasefire. That's the turn. Let's see. You got it. We got Serpent again. Okay. Yeah, I was thinking they have something against the Parshath. That was kind of funny, using the Exiled Force against the Shine Balls. Oh, Germ is a good draw. Very nice. Really like myself a Germ that can just attack. It's kind of that Sangan thing. Opponents don't wanna like use something on it. They wanna do it. Okay, that's fine. Hopefully we draw into Chaos. Okay, cool. So Chaos is not alive anymore, unfortunately, but we still have the Tribe. There's a Germ again. I think I wanna... Do I wanna try to set the Germ? I think we can afford it. But they should have a knock. Let's risk it. We should still be alive next turn, so Tribe, yeah, would be there. It's funny that we drew another germ after that germ. So good decision. Okay. That was risky. If they don't have Solemn, this was not the smartest play, if you ask me. Ring is still there. So we definitely use Prio, even if they have Ring. We get rid of the spellcasters. And I think at this point... Okay, Mirror Force is gone, so we don't care. This should be scapegoats anyway. Okay. Okay. I think they have Chaos. Okay. Yeah. Let's get in. Book against the tribe. This can't be Marth. So this should be a Dekoichi. Let's attack. Ah, this is Serpent. Yeah. Storm is gone. Duo is still there. Breaker is gone. I think we... No, we keep the Prima in hand. Let's see. Let's see. Jar. So this is definitely not a Decree build, I would say. So this should be Serpent. We should wait with the Duo to see if this is Serpent. Let's flip up Tribe. I want to risk it if that is... No, it's not game anyways, so let's attack with Tribe first. It's a ring, okay. So we definitely attack with the germ. Okay. Now we can use Duo. Okay, we should have known this. Alright, well. They are at 200. We can still have a use of the Prima. Set card should be... Scapegoats, maybe. Well, this is a close one. Unfortunately, Prima isn't live anymore. Yeah, that is game, unfortunately. Let's set Prima. Pass the turn. GG. Okay. We could use Decree, actually. Nah. They have many flip monsters. Let's side in Mind Control. They have 3 Moths. I like it more than the creature swap. This is not turbo, so I think we don't need the Morphing Jar. I think that's fine. Going into game 3. Well, we play 3 Shine Balls, so we can't complain if we draw one. So let's hit the Duo. Take this one, hopefully no Serpent again. It's my choice. I don't want a Shark, but it's my choice. If I choose any card, especially online, it is random. If I choose one and they want me to re-roll, this is weird. So, after a long wait, judge is on our side since it's still random. Yep, that is what I meant. Alright, so back to the game. Discarding Sangan and Regeki Break. And we know they have Metamorphosis now. Let's set the Shine Ball, set Ring, pass the turn. So they have TD. So 2 TDs, 1 Metamorphosis, and a Prima. I think they get back the Sangan. And I think they, yeah, they tributed to get a Serb, I assume, and have Metamorphosis live next turn. Oh, they go for Bolter. That's fine. Oh, Fiend Skull Dragon. I don't care about that. Well, do we want to use Ring here? I think we do. Yeah. Ah, I can't target, right? Yeah, okay. So we will use Mirror Force against this. Let's have 1 TD and 1 Serpent. So let's set the Germ. And the Mirror Force. And I think even the Storm. If they have maybe an MST or something, I want to protect the Mirror Force. We have a Ring against maybe a Tear later. So, this should be Serpent. Let's flip summon Germ. Summon Venus. Use Prio, get 2 Shine Balls. Yeah, they're right. So to Grave, 1 Shine Ball coming. And I think this is Serpent, but I don't want to risk it. Well, I want to do more damage, so let's try this. Perfect. And get in. So as soon as the Germ is going to Grave, we have a BLS live. They have Chaos live, but I think we didn't see Chaos till now, right? Okay. We could think about using Ring on our own Germ, then, or use Storm. Would that be game? No. No, that would be dumb. We keep drawing those balls. Let's summon it. And attack. Perfect. So next turn, this could be game. Let's see. Snatch. They have a Thunder Dragon, but I don't care. They must be pretty desperate to use Snatch on the Germ, I think. So this should be fine. We don't care about the attack. Yep. I want to keep the Ring. Graceful. Okay. I think this should be over. Okay. Alright, Breaker is pretty cool here. Even Ceasefire would be good, but we have the ring. Yeah, let's get rid of Ceasefire. And we don't need the book. Let's double check. Yeah. Let's summon Breaker. Their ring is gone. Oops. Let's use Breaker on this one. Hopefully it's not Scapegoat. Okay. And we will summon BLS. Get in with these. Use Storm. And win. Wow, that was a ride. With that, like, I don't know, 5 minutes waiting. And playing against Control is always kind of... But we won. It was still fun, though it was pretty exhausting. But really liked it. I really liked the deck. Thanks so much to Kira O for the inspiration, like for the Genesis inspiration, and then I got like to this deck with the deck list from TimOD. Although we had a misunderstanding, cool opponent, good player, I think. Yeah, very cool deck. I think we have a wrap here because this was pretty long. The one before was not so long, but I think in the end, this is a long video again. Anyways, I like the thing with the Desk Koala. I think we never, ever saw level limits. I'm not sure right now. But overall, I'm super satisfied. It was super fun. I hope you had fun too. That's it for Solar Venus. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, give it a thumbs up. Construct signing out. I wish you all a good day. See you next video.